What's going on, you guys? Back again today with another video. As you can tell behind me today, we're going to be working on the brand new 2018 Toyota Tacoma. Now, before we get into this very first install that I'm getting done on this truck, I want to make sure that I mention and give a huge shout out to Auxbeam. Huge shout out to Auxbeam. They were nice enough and kind enough to send us out these lights today so we can do a review, install, and test on their T1 H11 LED bulbs. Now, with that being said, you guys, Auxbeam was also nice enough to give us our own discount code just for you guys, just for my viewers. The discount code is S550, 10% off. I'll go ahead and I'll put it down right here in the screen so you guys could check that out for yourselves. And just like it reads, it's 10% off for anything you want to look over there. So I know a lot of you guys in the previous video commented that you guys got yourself the same similar truck as mine. So if you guys like these lights today, make sure you go check it out. Make sure you cop yourself some. Now, if you don't have a truck, they have all sorts of light bulbs. So make sure you check out their website. It's pretty damn cool. I'm very excited. First mod ever on the Tacoma. Let's dive right into it. Alright, you guys, so before we get started on this install, I figured it'd be nice to go ahead and show you guys what exactly we are working with and what these lights look like. And there you go. As you can tell, very nice looking. Looks like pretty good build quality. Nice little fan in the back to keep itself cool. LED. Now, looking at the actual LED bulb, thinking that it's just this and that, it's supposed to emit a really nice light, kinda has me a little worried. But I'm sure it's going to be just fine, and I'm sure it's going to be plenty of light. So we'll go ahead and plug these up. It should be just plug and play. There you go. And then also they send you out these CAN bus decoders. Now, from my understanding, you don't necessarily always need to use these. But if the light works in properly, then you just plug this in between the line, and it should be all right. Now, I'm not too sure, nor am very knowledgeable on these decoders, but we'll see if we need them. We'll see how it works with just a simple plug and play. It looks like in this truck the lights are pretty accessible. As you can see, they're right there. And it's pretty open back there to just reach in, pull the light out, unplug, and replug. So we'll go ahead and get this started. Alright guys, just another quick little tip. From my understanding and from the research that I have done, the headlight bulb size on the 2018, and I'm pretty sure it's any third generation Tacoma, is an H11 low beam, an H11 fog light, and an H9 high beam. Now, from my understanding, from what I've seen, these bulbs per website said that they're H9 and H8, I believe, adaptable. So I'm gonna go ahead and try. That's why we got 3 boxes sitting up there. We got our low beam, our high beam, and our fog lights. So it should all match up really nicely and be, hopefully, like I said, or like I say every other install video, a pretty simple install. So we'll go ahead and set you guys up and give you guys a pretty good angle. It is kind of windy out here, so if you hear a lot of wind noise, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to cut that, but I just want to get it done. Alright, you guys, so I'm trying to get you guys a good angle, but I'm not too sure exactly how it's looking back there, but I'm going to go ahead and just dive right into it. I'm going to locate a low beam bulb, which is this here. I'm going to twist and pull, and that actually came out very easy. As you guys saw, it was just twist and turn. And looking at this now and looking at how it looks over here, I can tell it's going to be just a simple unplug and replug of the new bulb and set back in place. So I'm going to go ahead and push the pin down on the existing light, pull out our current OEM light plug, which is there. Go ahead and put the new light in its place. Just line up the openings, twist and turn, and there it is. It was pretty easy. It was just put in place, twist and turn, and I'm going to go ahead and re-plug it up. Now, before we move on any further, I'm going to go ahead and check out just this one light to see if I do need to use that decoder for whatever reason, but I do not expect to. I already re-plugged the original plug. As you saw, the light itself looks just like this. All it is put in place, lock and turn, and then you re-plug your OEM plug into the extension wire coming off of the replacement LED. Let's go ahead and check this one light out. Okay, so as you can see, you guys, it did not come on. This side is on. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and grab one of those decoders and put it in place. it looks like the tie-in point is right in between here. As you can see, there is the light bulb. There is the light bulb. There's this wire coming off of the light bulb, and then this is your OEM plug. Now, it looks like the decoder will go in between this snap here. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug it here, connect the decoder in between both of these, and then the decoder I'm just going to have to mount like down there with a zip tie or something. I'm definitely not going to screw it in just because I don't want to do that. But a zip tie should hold it in place just right. So I'm going to go ahead and try that out and see if it'll work. Alright, so this is my bad. This is totally my fault. The connector, actually, if you bring it in over here, see that connector? That connector, actually, you can flip it both ways. It's reversible. Me thinking that this was just simply a plug-and-play operation, I figured there was one way in, one way out. When I was actually looking at the plug itself, you could tell that there's 2 prongs on each side of the housing, so the connector will connect in either way. So all I did was pull it out, flip it, put it back in. Now what I want to see is it going to work without this decoder? If I don't have to zip tie this decoder anywhere, then I would rather not do that. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off, plug it back in, and see if it'll work like that. So after looking at that light, I was able to figure out that you do not need that decoder. All you need to do is flip the polarity if it doesn't work one way or the other. Now, unfortunately, I am working a lot right now at night, so I'm not going to be able to show you guys a direct representation of what it's going to look like LED to stock right next to each other. But I am going to be able to show you guys a before and after of the lights. So we're going to go ahead and hit this headlight. Or actually, you know what? We're going to hit this fog light next, which should be very simple as well, but the plug may be a little different, or getting to it may be a little harder. But we're going to go ahead and work on this side first. That way I'm able to show you side by side. LED to stop. Wow, big difference. It's going to be a little hard to see, but you can see a perfect representation of what it's going to look like right there. As you can see, this is pretty fucking white, and that's pretty fucking yellow. That's what the stocks look like, as you can see over here. Alright, you guys, I'm not too sure if you can see it, but the fog light is actually down right there, and I am actually able to get to it. I just gotta wiggle my hand through there, and it should be the same concept. Just twist and turn. Yep, there it is. Twist and pull out. Change out the light bulb as we did before, and plug it back in. Yeah. Look at that shit. You can tell. Big difference, you guys. So, the LED, the fog light was exactly the same, you guys. Initially, the first install that I did, the first plug, it was the polarity was switched. So all I did was unplug it, switch it, replug it, and that was it. Pretty fucking simple install, plug and play. We do not need to use a decoder. Like I said, if someone down below or one of you guys can educate me a little more on what exactly that's for or when it's necessary, let me know down below. That way I can know whether or not to come back and put them in. If I have to put them back in, no big deal. There you go, you guys. As I was in there moving on to the next side, I realized that I had not done the high beams, hence why there is 3 boxes. Now, if you guys are curious if an H9 bulb will fit, or that, I'm sorry, an H11 bulb will fit in the H9 socket size for our high beams, they will. Now, I'm not sure if that's every bulb or it's just Auxbeam's specific bulb that will fit for all uses or all of our bulbs that we need on the Tacomas. But there you go, you guys. That's how it's looking from behind. That's our low beam, high beam, and down, where is it? Let me see if I can get you guys a shot. Down there is our fog light. Now, one thing I am worried about, you guys, and I will mention, is these fans kind of just being out in the open like that and being able to be open to the atmosphere like that. I'm worried about water getting into them. If you guys think that should worry me, or I should be worried about that, let me know down below. Of course, the hood will be closed, so I mean, not too much water should get to them, but nonetheless, it may see a little bit. So let me know if I should be worried or not. One more light we have to do, you guys. These 6 light bulbs up here were very, very simple. The last one we got to do is just simple, bright white LEDs for the rear. And from my understanding, I do need to remove the tail lights, but from what I've seen and from what I've heard, it's not that difficult at all. So here they are. I'll go ahead and move in back there and get these on. Alright, you guys, so here we are moving on to the back. Like I said, we are installing these LED reverse light bulbs here to replace the OEM yellow or just normal white bulb that's in here now, just to make it way brighter. Now, to install these, I am reading and seeing that we do actually have to remove the whole tail light assembly. So to do that, you need a 10mm socket. You're going to remove this furthest to the bottom bolt, and then this second from the top. So we'll go ahead and remove that and start our new light. Alright, you guys, so I already went ahead and pulled this off, but just so you are aware, there is like two plastic push pins that you do need to put some force behind just to make it to pop out, but don't worry, it simply just pops out and lets loose. Since I am only replacing this one light bulb, I'm not going to go ahead and pull all of these off. I'm just going to leave it in place. But if you ever wanted to get to your turn signal, your brake light, and your reverse light, it's all accessible here. I think eventually I'll go ahead and change these two out, but I didn't really see the need for it, at least not yet. So I'm going to go ahead and just, like the rest of the lights, push the pin in. Or actually, it should be a twist. Yep, twist, pulls out. Then I'll go ahead and pull this light bulb. As you can see, it just pulls out. And this is going to be the same as the other lights, you guys. It has to be, the polarity has to be on the right side. So if it doesn't work right away, you just remove and twist. As you can see, I hope the camera's picking that up. But all you do is slide your new LED in place. Now before I put it back in, I am going to test this. Alright, you guys, so as you can see, we got it on the first try. So all I'm going to do now is put it back in to the socket. It should be a simple push in and twist. Lock it in place. Line up your taps the same way it came out. And just snap it back in place. Put your two bolts back in. Do the same for the opposite side, and then we'll pick it back up once we're all done. Alright, you guys, so there you go. We got all the bulbs installed. We have a total of 6 LED light bulbs up here for the front. Like I said, it's Auxbeam's T1 H11s or T1 series H11 LED bulb. 6 of those up front, 2 low beams, 2 high beams, 2 fogs, and then I also went with their LED replacement bulb out in the rear for my reverse light. So for the most part, you guys, as you guys saw, the install was very, very simple, a simple plug and play. I'm definitely going to show you guys a before and after on the front fog lights, and I'm also going to show you the light output for my reverse lights. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the end of this video. With that being said, that does it for today's install. Fairly easy, like I said. Auxbeam, I absolutely love them. Huge thank you again, and big shout out to you guys. Like I said, you guys, Auxbeam has been nice enough to give us our own discount code, so make sure you go and use it. Make sure you go and get your 10% off these sick ass lights. Again, like I said, they not only do they do for these lights, but they do a bunch of lights for any car that you can imagine. So make sure you check them out. Our discount code specifically for you guys, our fans, you guys that follow this channel, is S550. 10% off. I'll put it here on the screen. I'll put all of Auxbeam's information down below. If you guys are wondering as far as lifespan and how they last, guess we'll find out on my truck. But for you OGs or you guys that I have seen it or have been on this channel for a while now, you guys know that I actually did an Auxbeam install. Auxbeam actually was nice enough to send me out a pair of LED bulbs for the blue F-150 that we have had on our channel in the past. Now that was about 9 to 10 months ago, so almost a year, and almost a year later those light bulbs are still running, still kicking. Light output is still as beautiful as it was from day one, so I definitely don't expect any less from these bulbs here. I expect these to last us quite a bit. So once again, Auxbeam, thank you. Super happy, super impressed. I can't wait to see them at night. I can't wait for you guys to check out those night shots, so make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video. That being said, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you installed our brand new Tacoma's first install. First, hopefully of many. Thanks for watching. Peace.
let's fucking rage!